Hey there guys, and welcome back to more Pikmin. Today we're going back into our day 2 file because if we went into any of the other files, we'd already be done and then this LP wouldn't have any substance. Now we're going into the Forest of Hope, and as you can see under the name area of the area thing, it has a lot of stars, which means it has a lot of parts that we need to collect. In fact, I think it's the place with the second most parts in the game, I think. I think it has more than the Forest Navel, I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks like a luscious forest, and it's really a great place to grow your Pikmin crop. So that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on doing today. My dolphin has returned to the surface, along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on the strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in front of the light and the onion and press A. So, all we have to do is walk up under the onion, which Omar calls it, stand under the red light, press A, and then it'll bring up this menu, which is kind of like a bank. You can take all your Pikmin out, and now we are going to work on getting that wall down and growing our Pikmin count. So, what I'm going to do is take these Pikmin and start a few working on that wall, while I take the others and see what's around here. Now, that's a yellow pellet posy. I don't know if we want to use that or not. Right now, I'm going to take down the red one. That seems like we could use that most, but the yellow one, I think I'm going to take it down because really, we're not going to get the other type of Pikmin today. I wonder what color it is. No, we're not going to get that other type of Pikmin today, I don't think, unless we work extremely fast. But anyway, the yellow posy pellet things can give you one red Pikmin, even if you put them into the wrong onion. So, if I put yellow into the red onion, it'll give me 1, but if I put a red into the red onion, it'll give me 2. So, yeah, pellet posies with 1 will give you 2. It doesn't make any sense, but, it should be like it gives you 0. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to start all of them on work on the wall now, since I didn't really need to take too many away from that. We probably could have had the wall down by now, if I wouldn't have done that. I want to try to fit one on top of the wall like I can in Pikmin 2. Oh, dear. They're bouncers, aren't they? I hope that little blorb doesn't see them. Sorry, guys, you're getting eaten on the other side of the wall. No, I don't think that blorb can see him. We won't have to worry about him. And they got the wall down now, so every time you hear that little doo-doo-doo-doo completion song, you know, cliche video completion song, video game completion song, then yeah, that's when they got down a wall. Oh, man, more of them should have gotten into that nectar. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly return the flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and weaknesses of the Pikmin power. That I cannot finish this sentence.
Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly return the flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation is needed to determine the strengths and weaknesses of the Pikmin power. That I cannot finish this sentence.
Oh, poor Omar. He went through one of those phases where he changes nationalities. I don't know, I just got tired of reading it in that same old voice. Anyway, let's go over to this. Hopefully we'll have the flowers pick it, so if they draw any nectar out, then the leaves will get it first, because the flowers can't drink nectar. Flower's the final form. So, and there's some, so... Okay, I think we got all the leaves with those 2 pieces of nectar. And there's another one, so that's good. We can save these for later. We'll have to save those for later. These, we got a full brood of flower Pikmin now, so we can do some battling. First battle of the game. And he's already got a Pikmin. Come on, go. Oh, that was close. How did I even do that? I don't know, but that was close. You want to be very careful not to lose Pikmin like that, because they do eat them up pretty fast. And there goes another one. Come on. Good. That was another close Pikmin save. I don't know how I do these things. I'm just so amazing. We got that and now, and I think each of those yields 3 or 4. I'm not sure which. But we'll have to see. We'll have these reds take these pellets back of any color, because as I said, they'll grow back, and we don't really need any. We don't really have any other Pikmin color now. So let's just take all these back with these Pikmin. And yeah, I think the little blorbs give you 4, because the Pikmin count just rose by 4 anyway. So now that we got all those in there, it's time for some picking time. We gotta have some picking time. Pick the leaf Pikmin out of the ground. There's a lot to pick, so it might get slightly tedious. That's why in the first episode, Omar was talking about tapping A repeatedly to pick the Pikmin. And I guess that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep pressing A, like our wife told us. She told us, like, we're never good at tasks like that. We just have to keep pressing A. It helps in every form of life. It really does. So, now we've got 48 Pikmin, and that will be enough. Should I flower them right now? No, I should probably save. That till we get a couple more Pikmin, because I want to save that until later. And here's a nice 5 pellet. This will kind of hint you off to the fact that you can actually get a part up there. A ship part is up there on top of that hill, and you can get it on the first on the second day, on the first day of action. On the second day of Pikmin, you can get that part, and it'll kind of help you along, since you'll get to the forest navel faster that way. I guess he's good carrying that all by himself. Forever alone, that poor Pikmin. Okay, here's the new part. Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. It has an unlimited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my flight for survival a bit easier. Fight, not flight. Fight or flight. This will make my fight for survival a bit easier. So that will give our ship eternal power, even though it doesn't really have any significant effect on the gameplay. It's kind of like a story object instead of a gameplay object. Oh, we're going to get a lot of Pikmin out of this. Probably up to 18 Pikmin out of that. Oh, that is a ton. Okay, now for our ship. We got another ship part, and that means that we are going to have, like, I forget how many parts he said he had to go until he could increase his ship's capabilities. When he increases his ship's capabilities, that means that we can go to new places on the map. And the next place is the Forest Navel. I've already spoiled that, so I'm not going to try to hide it. Who watching this Pikmin LP hasn't played a Pikmin already? I mean, come on. Okay, we can take these 73 over here, and now I think it is time to flower my Pikmin, because I'm not going to get too many more this episode, so I'm just going to flower them all. It'll make a much stronger army. We only got 23 there, but still, we got most of them. Half of our army is still leaves, though. So, I think it's time to take down our first big spotty Bulbarb after we take this ship part back. Then, once we get that back, then we will focus on our first big fight of the game. There are a lot of big fights in this game. You may think Pikmin is like more of a strategy game, but it's also kind of a fighting game. You take these giant creatures down, and Bulbarbs will seem small after some of the other creatures we see. So let's take this ship part back, and that'll be a battery of some sort. Yeah, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. Why did I forget that? Anyway, it takes a whopping 40 Pikmin to carry, so if you get it in there, that's good. You've got enough Pikmin for this episode. And some parts will show up on the ship. That's good. So, Eternal Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. Who's using candles in the ship? I've now recovered 2 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. So, 3 more is the number he said, and that means we have 3 more parts. If we get 3 more parts, we'll be able to go to a new area. Even though we haven't quite finished this area, you can still move on. You don't need all the parts in the game, although we have to get most of them. Kind of like in Banjo-Kazooie with the jigsaws. Anyway, let's take on this big guy. And yeah, that's how I was hoping it would go. I was kind of hoping to take him down without him getting up. I may have a chance to demonstrate that later. If he gets up fully, then you're pretty much dead meat. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So it is best for me to review my monitor's capabilities to say. Across the top of my monitor are the sun meter and the day display. On the bottom is my space suit damage meter and the Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect Pikmin under my command. Pikmin in the field and total Pikmin, including the total in the onion, I think he said. We don't need to know all the controls, Omar. You're already making me out of breath. Now we can work on this wall. We can put these Pikmin to work on this wall while we're carrying those back. The big spotty Bulbarbs will give you a lot more Pikmin than small ones will. So that's good. When we were young, me and my sister Yumi, we used to call the Bulbarbs Papa Daddies because we didn't have the guide and we didn't know the name. And when I finally did get the guide, I forget. I was like 5 when I first got the guide, and I scribbled all over that thing. I wrote my name, and I thought my name started with a B instead of a D. It was crazy. I just scribbled all over my guide, and I colored Omar's nose blue. I had so much fun with that thing. But really, it was unusable after I was done with it, because I just loved the enemies in the game. I didn't really care about the strategy. Although I did beat it at a very young age, so it shows my skill. those Pikmin have finished that wall, and we got to be careful. Sometimes that spotty, that little Bulborb right there might be close enough to take a chomp out of your Pikmin. So you might want to watch him. There's the yellow onion, but we're not going to focus on that. We're going to try to take him down first. And yeah, he'll try to shake first sometimes. And then that will get all the Pikmin off, but it'll give you more time to attack. Rather than when he starts to bite first, which can take 3 to 5 Pikmin out of the command immediately. And we may want to save those, just in case. Just in case I do get the yellow Pikmin this episode. We might want to save those for them, since we will need a way to boost their numbers quickly. We probably don't want to use that, but right now, I think I'm going to try to get that optional part. Usually people only get like one part in the first episode, but this is a little known fact. Well, I don't know if it's little known now, but by the time Pikmin has circulated around for 10 years and Pikmin 3 is almost out, so we can throw these Pikmin up here onto this ledge. You'll have to throw all your Pikmin up here onto the ledge because there is water blocking the place where you would usually get the part. Now, you can throw all of them. Yeah, that's a tedious process. But I want to take all of them up because I need to get that spotty Bulborb down before he wakes up. And I need as many Pikmin as I can to do that. I think even leaf Pikmin will help. I'd rather have them all flowers, but the nectar didn't work out exactly how I wanted it to. So we climb up this wooden thing. And those stones will give you pollen, just like the grass. I think they have a lower pollen yield rate, though. I'm not sure. But they're found around the map. Now, if we can sneak around, do not touch his nose, or he will wake up. He wakes up at the slightest touch. Then we can swarm him from the back. Oh, that was a bad move. That was a very bad move. Okay, now you're going to see it. He ate 3 Pikmin right there, and he shakes them off. He damaged my spacesuit slightly, and we lost 3 Pikmin and a bunch of flowers. So now we've got some buds. But that's okay. It's the shock absorber. It's so fast I can't read it. And so sometimes I accidentally skip these things. But now we can swarm 30 Pikmin around that, and we can take that part back. We are gaining our parts back quickly. The most you have to gain is 1 part a day, but I'm going to be working at a much faster pace than that. I have gotten to the Forest Navel before on day 3, so that's the fastest pace I've ever gone. But that takes a lot of work, and I wasn't planning enough to do that. So, no, I couldn't get there on day 3 this time. And I forget the quote, like the fastest I've ever gotten to the distant spring. I forget that. Anyway, now we've got 48, 49, 50 Pikmin on that thing, and now we will be able to get it back to the ship while I pick these Pikmin. It can be a tedious process, as I've said many times before. I like the addition in Pikmin 2 of the call whistle, whatever it's called, that takes them out of the ground immediately, that you get after defeating a boss. Okay, let's read the description here. They're all partying down there. Shock absorber. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swaying experienced in a typical spaceflight. I've now recovered 3 out of my 30 ship parts. So we are 1/10 of the way through. It takes me a long time to do the math. We are 1/10 of the way through, and the day is closing, it looks like. You'll see the whole area kind of try to take on an evening hue, and that's kind of what you want to look out for. I am missing 10 Pikmin, but I do not have the map yet that I get later, so I wonder where those 10 Pikmin are. Well, I might have an idea where they are. I think I'm going to take these back because obviously we don't have enough time to go get the yellow Pikmin now, and I don't really want to start something up at the very end of an episode, so I'm just going to take these guys back to the ship and boost my red Pikmin count a little too. We've almost got 100, and that'll be a milestone since 100 is the max number that you can of Pikmin that you can take out on the field. So once we get 100 red Pikmin, we'll have a full army. And one of the advantages to red Pikmin is that they attack a lot better than other Pikmin do. Red Pikmin have higher attack power. Now, I'm going to try to run back here before nightfall. I've made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. 100 Pikmin can be on the field. Omar, I just explained that. Oh, come on, get up the stump. Please. Please do that. Why is it so hard to walk up all of a sudden? I need to get those Pikmin. Okay, yeah, I think they're up here since we were running around the corner. Yep, there they are. They probably couldn't find a place to take the shock absorber or something. They gave up because there was no room for them to carry it. Anyway, there are a couple of buds, the middle phase of the Pikmin. They're middle power and middle speed, so what you get updated with Pikmin is that they can attack more and they have more speed. So buds are pretty good. They're better than leaves. Anyway, now we've got 100 Pikmin and 11 stored in the onion. Any Pikmin that you don't have out on the field when you suck something up into the onion is immediately stored there. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on doing, just putting all the Pikmin back. And I don't think there's much left for us to do today. See, it's the whole place is just taken on the darkened hue. So we don't have anything left to do. And yeah, right in time. It's almost sundown. Hurry up. So my clock is indicating the approach of sunset. Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the dolphin on their onions on their own, but I won't call the stragglers. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they might not be able to get back. So, he's sure Pikmin still planted are able to get back, but any Pikmin left out in the darkness, they aren't going to make it. So, no, I'm just going to leave them safe. They can stay buried under the ground for another day. I am going to go do random things until sunset. It's time for the random things doing. I'm going to scare these guys with my rainbow. Look at how scared they are. I have got an awesome rainbow, and it scares them away. I'm so chasing his tail. Look at that. He is running in fear. Okay, now it's really time that I got back. It's almost sundown. So a cool thing, right here is you're going to see the clock counting down until you have to get back to the ship, and then night will be forced upon you. You cannot stay out at night at all. So I guess we're pretty much ready. As long as we stand right here in the ship site, we'll be ready to go back home. So we can get close, and it'll go 5, and it'll go 4, and it'll go 3, and we'll just be all peaceful. We'll be so peaceful. We won't even worry about anything until maybe it hits 1, and then it'll be party time! What in the world, Omar? What kind of move was that? That was like a shape-bending form. That was weird. Anyway, now it's nighttime. I'm not going to mention that again. That was just creepily weird. He parties in odd ways. He's got to get into a ship now, and we got all the Pikmin in the onion, so we are safe, and that is another day closed. That was our second day. It was a productive day, so we'll just be heading out of here. And we'll blast off, and as you can see, the Biblorbs that come out are they're trying desperately to push against the wall, but they can't get it. And they're like, come back, we want to eat. And we're like, no, we're going to make you starve. 2 days since impact. It appears that many of my ship parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts from my radar, I should be able to use the radar screen. So what he's saying is we can use the radar part, and then we will see lost Pikmin and lost ship parts. And there seems to be hostile life forms here, and if he takes damage, we need to go stand in front of his ship and press A, and that will immediately heal you. There's not many games where you can be immediately healed at the hub, but in this game it works very well. So we're going to save here, and in the next episode we will be going into the Forest of Hope once again, finding probably the radar and the yellow Pikmin. So I will see you guys then. Bye.